Hi everyone, we'll be starting in the next 5 minutes. Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to the Yellow Belt training. Before we start, uh, in the next 5 minutes, if you can just quickly write down which industry you belong to. So I'll get an information about which industry examples I should be taking more, and then based on that. So just write the industry, which industry you belong to. That's it. I don't have to give your name or introduction, just industry like manufacturing, banking, IT, procurement, marketing, in fact, you can give the department. So I will accordingly give the examples. Oh, oil and gas, energy, construction, human resources management, okay, HR, banking, okay, recruitment, okay, FMCG, logistics. Oh, it's a mix. Okay. One from healthcare also, paint, automobile, management. Okay, so I think what I would do, I will take day-to-day life examples. And of course, some examples I will be showing you. So please keep writing so that I will get, my team will analyze it and let me know. And I will start in the next 5 minutes. I request everyone to switch off their cameras, those who have joined recently. We'll be starting in the next 2 to 3 minutes. Please switch off your cameras. So those who have joined recently, request that please mute yourself and also do not switch on your webcam. And another thing is if you can just write down your industry. So this will give me an idea and I can see that, okay, so we have a mix of people today. So usually we have got sometimes more of manufacturing, more of uh, sometimes healthcare, sometimes banking, but this is a very, very real good mix. I can see that. And okay, so I will try. So I would advise everyone to please switch off your webcam, switch off your camera, please. So, Mr. Samon Srion, I think Savadi Khab, if you can switch off your, yeah, Savadi Khab, Pamchi Amitabh Khab. I know Thai a little bit because I've worked in Thailand. Thamgan Nai Lopuli Khab. Okay. Well, so welcome to the training program, and I'm Amitabh Saxena, and I've got 30 years of experience in process excellence, Lean and Six Sigma advisory services, and I've been into manufacturing, I've been into banking, and different, almost all the different companies, you name it, and different types of domain. And by virtue of being a consultant, because the consultants have got that advantage of almost, touching upon almost all domains of most of the industries. So I'll be introducing myself and also my company very soon. And good to see that we have got a mix of all the domains today. So the best part about Lean Six Sigma training is that you can correlate with your domain very easily. So what you have to do is you have to convert your problems, your data into statistical problem or statistical data, find some statistical solutions using some statistical tools which you are going to learn today. And once you have those tools, you can solve any problem in any industry. And that is what we are going to learn today. We are going to learn some tools. I'll be showing you some tools, some learning will be there, and also some demonstrating will be there. So this is a yellow belt training program. I cannot, there's not enough time to teach you all the tools. So I'll be showing you glimpses of some tools, and also I'll be showing you some projects as well. So I see people from construction, manufacturing, recruitment. So I have chosen a project of recruitment cycle time reduction in a engineering and construction company to try to have a mix. Then I will show we have people from healthcare as well. So I see Suresh from healthcare and quite a few oil and gas. Maybe I will try to show this one example. Maybe I'll choose one engineering company which is in oil and gas. Okay, so let me do that way. And we have chemical engineer. Oh, I am also a chemical engineer. I did my chemical engineering around 30 years ago. And I'm also an MBA finance from Jamnalal Bajaj. So good to know everyone, and good to see a lot of people out there. And we have been doing these trainings for quite some time. Every month, we on one of the Saturdays we conduct this training program, so you can always attend these training programs one more time, and also you can invite your friends. After the COVID-19 pandemic, we have started the series of training programs to help a lot of people to gain some knowledge to solve problems in their industries and solve their problems in their organization, so that you can become a independent person. Once you become a green belt or a black belt, especially black belt, or rather, if you become a master black belt, why not? So if you become a black belt or a master black belt, you are able to solve any quality related problem or any problem in any organization. So today, that's what we are going to learn. I have also written a book, The Annexer Story, which talks about our journey of the last 14 years. In fact, 3 days ago, we also celebrated our 14 years birthday. And we had a very grand celebration where the CEO of Akshay Patra, he made a presentation that how they are still continuing with the Lean and Six Sigma journey. Akshay Patra is feeding more than 18 million children every day. Free meals, they're providing free meals to them. And we started the journey with them around 10 years back. And then since then, they've saved a lot of money, which is feeding lots of hungry children. And last year, the Lean and Six Sigma project saved 7 crore rupees. You can see the presentation on our Annexer's YouTube channel if you want. And you can subscribe to our Annexer's YouTube channel. The tools and techniques which I'm going to discuss today have been explained more vividly in these videos on our Annexer's channel. Okay, so let me introduce the organization as well. So going to the organization, we have conducted training programs worldwide. We have conducted training programs right from US till on the west to Russia on the east. Yeah, because easternmost part is Russia. Yeah, right. Yeah, I can see that. So we have got like lot of we have spread across the world. We have got 8 offices, especially in Europe and Middle East. Many offices are there, and in India, of course. And we are proud to say that we are an Indian multinational having a lot of operations around the world in process excellence. And we are also have done training programs in Philippines and Thailand. So I saw some person from Thailand. So I spoke to him in Thai because I know Thai very well, and I've conducted training programs in Thai also. We have conducted training programs in Hindi, in Tamil, in Telugu, in Marathi, in Arabic, in Russian, and of course I have not conducted, but my team has conducted. And but in Hindi, I have conducted a lot of programs in Hindi as well. So and just to prove that we have done training programs worldwide, we have clicked some photographs for you. And this is a London training program. This is a Mumbai training program. This is a Bangalore training program. This is, of course, going online has given us an opportunity to target people of to the tune of 250, the way we have right now, 250 participants. And it's growing. In the next 15 minutes, you will see that they will keep growing. So this is the first ever Black Belt training program held in Middle East. And I'm proud to say that I conducted that training program in 2008. This is Novartis in Switzerland, which is a major pharmaceutical giant. Hopefully, they are working on the COVID-19 vaccine. This is Dubai. This is Europe. This is China, Chinese hospital. We have done training programs there also. And we have got Denmark. We have got an office in Copenhagen. And we have almost all the biggest 5 companies in Denmark are our client. And this is US, and also won a lot of awards from different eminent people, and also give away the awards, and appeared on TV shows. So we have done everything just to convince.
And I wish to congratulate all the Six Sigma certified black belt from Annexers. All the best.
And we had a nice fun on his TV show, business TV show, Z TV show. And this is, I've been invited to various conferences for the last 5 years. I've been speaking in American Society of Quality's World Conferences.
On 21st of May 2019, I'm going to speak in American Society of Quality's World Conference in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm going to talk about how one of the fields in artificial intelligence, robotic process automation or RPA, can be used to support process improvement initiatives along with Lean and Six Sigma. We will see how this combination leads to improved productivity, improved quality, and reduced costs. Using a case study from a bank, I will share a roadmap to leverage the capabilities of existing quality programs like Six Sigma with RPA to produce better results. So see you there on 21st of May in Fort Worth in Texas.
And we have also done a lot of improvement projects. So I'm trying to show you first what Lean Six Sigma is capable of, what we have done. Then we will tell you, you can also be like us. You can be also one like us.
To have railways as our clients. Annexus को बड़ी खुशी है कि हमारे पास रेलवेज हमारा एक क्लाइंट है और सबसे मजे की बात यह है कि रेलवेज को जो सप्लाई करता है डीजल भारत पेट्रोलियम वो भी हमारा क्लाइंट है और जो कैरेजेस बनते हैं जो डब्बे बनाए जाते हैं BEML बनाता है और BEML भी हमारा क्लाइंट है और स्टील अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया जो व्हील्स बनाता है जो
So steel industry is also our client, railways is also our client, Bharat Petroleum is our client,
राष्ट्रीय केमिकल्स फर्टिलाइजर जो
Rashtriya Chemicals and Fertilizers.
और जिनको काफी मालगाड़ी के डिब्बे लेकर जाते हैं वो भी हमारा क्लाइंट है। बड़ी खुशी होती है जब
So I'm just translating for those who are not understanding Hindi.
एक तरह से भारत की सेवा कर रहे हैं।
So different industries are our client. Also, after my chemical engineering graduation from LIT Nagpur, I joined Bharat Petroleum as the graduate engineer trainee in 1990, and it was very, it was a great feeling for me to come after 27 years to consult for the same company. So this is what it is.
ऐसे बहुत कम मौके आते हैं जब आपको अतीत से जुड़ने का मौका मिलता है। तो कुछ ऐसे ही क्षण आज मैं यहाँ पर जी रहा हूँ जब भारत पेट्रोलियम में बहुत सारे इंजीनियर्स यहाँ पर बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स कर रहे हैं एक साथ। तो 27 साल पहले यहीं पर मैं इसी रिफाइनरी में immediately after finishing my engineering I joined.
So I'm just trying to tell you that it is applicable to.
मैं इसी रिफाइनरी में एक बार मेरी
and this is a Saudi Arabian company where we train the workers and the operators in a manufacturing unit in the lean techniques. And the best part was that after the training, they presented their tools and techniques in their own language. Of course, I was not knowing that some people from Thailand will be joining today. Otherwise, I would have got some Thai as well for you. But anyway, I spoke some Thai just to convince you that I really know Thai language very well. But here it is. This is the last video, which I would like to show so that it will tell you about the reach of Lean and Six Sigma. Then definitely we will know what is Lean and Six Sigma.
The advantage of conducting a Lean and Six Sigma training program and implementation is that you get to work with lots of people from various countries speaking lots of languages. I like the way we have this client where we have trained senior management to the people on the front line. तो हमारे साथ आज बहुत सारे आज हमने लीन का वर्कशॉप किया है और हमारे साथ बहुत सारे अलग-अलग कंट्रीज से लोग हैं जैसे कि यहाँ है हमारे साथ बांग्लादेश और यहाँ पर इंडिया और पाकिस्तान फर्क है दोनों साथ में खड़े हैं माइंड वेल और नेपाल है और हमारे साथ और हम सब मिलकर बोलेंगे and we are the world.
So I know that a lot of people from this program is specifically for the Indian subcontinent and Asia. So I understand. That is why I'm showing you that I'm a weekly columnist also in one of the popular Indian newspaper, Dainik Bhaskar, where I write about process excellence. This is about Talashein Wajah Mushkil, find the root causes to solve problems. This is what the title of this article is. And I've talked about Pareto chart, the project approach, and all the things which we are going to learn today. So what is Lean Six Sigma and what makes us roam around the world? and also become independent. Coming to my book, there's an entrepreneur in you. It says, I also want to make a lot of independent entrepreneurs. Of course, through the skill which I have, I would like to train you as well. Okay, so Lean and Six Sigma can do what every CEO wants, what every company owner wants. Lean Six Sigma can do what every organization's employee wants. Okay. Definitely, Mr. Mudassir, please, I will be happy to do that. And please contact with my team. Please connect with my team and we'll be happy to do that. So costs, defects, waste, rework, cycle time, all the things can be reduced. Now tell me which company doesn't want to reduce the costs. Tell me which company doesn't want to reduce the defects. Tell me which company doesn't want to reduce the waste. Now, I'm not talking about the product waste. I'm talking about the process waste. There's a lot of waste in our processes. Daily, we do a lot of activities in our organizations, which has lot of non-value added activity. Around 70 to 80% of the time in your company is wasted in non-value added activities. It's waste. It's not generating any value. You'll be surprised to know that, but that's true. And people like us, and now like you as well, after learning some tools here, we just go to these organizations and we try to reduce the waste and drastically reduce the cycle times of the processes. That is one thing. Then we improve the quality. We improve the production efficiency, productivity, customer satisfaction, capacity, profitability, resilience. Every CEO's dream is to have as much profit as possible for your organization, isn't it? Every company, every employee also wants that his company should have a lot of profits. So Lean Six Sigma helps you to improve your bottom line. Bottom line means your profits. The bottom line of the balance sheet is, the bottom line is always profits. Those who are from accounting will know. So it improves your profits drastically. Now, how it would do that? It does by following project approach. Project approach. What is a project? Project has got a starting point and end point. Project is a one-time activity. Project doesn't exist after some time. So you use project approach to solve a problem in a process. Now, what is a process? Process is a repetitive activity. Okay. So can you please tell me, anyone who has heard about Lean before, Lean and Six Sigma, just heard about it? Can you just say yes in the chat box so that I will, okay, so a lot of people have heard. Okay. So can you please tell me, like, what exactly you think is Lean and Six Sigma is, as per you? When you heard Lean and Six Sigma, people talk about what? You must have only heard about Dabbawalas maybe, but Lean and Six Sigma is much more than that. Yes, operational excellence, process excellence, absolutely, waste reduction and low defects. So not only waste, but also variation reduction. So both are important. Lean reduces the waste and Six Sigma reduces the variation, and just together, the fatal combination of these two methodologies can really beat all the errors, quality issues, waste, customer complaints. All the things can be dealt with by using these tools and techniques. So let us look at some of these tools and techniques. So I will show you again, maybe give me around 5 to 6 minutes. I'll talk about a little bit out of our clients. But now the purpose of showing the clients are twofold. One, just to tell you that it is applicable in every industry. That is first. And the second is the project approach, the impact of project approach, what these projects do. So what we do is we train green belts and black belts. Now, green belts and black belts can be trained individually also. Like, for example, you can come to our training programs and you attend our program and become a green belt. We are an IASSC, International Association for Six Sigma affiliated organization, and we follow a very strict body of knowledge. And once you get certified by us through NXS Europe, you are a green belt, and this sort of certificate is valid worldwide. And you are authorized to do a project. And if you become a black belt, you can do larger projects. And in the class, we do a project. In the classroom itself, we make you do a project so that you get a very good idea. Today also, we will do a small project, a very day-to-day life example I will take, so that, you know, it's easy for everyone to understand. If I take a healthcare or hospital example, some of you maybe just maybe not understanding, might not understand the process. So maybe I will just take a day-to-day life example to tell you the tools. The purpose is to teach you the tools and techniques. So once you are about once you are about to implement Lean and Six Sigma, what happens? You train the employees in the organizations, and then I ask the CEO or the senior management, tell me about your top 5 problems, tell me about your top 10 problems. And whatever problem they tell, now if I were to ask you the same question, tell me about top 2 problems, 3 problems in your department or in your company, you would also have, you know, some problems like customer complaints in this area is very high, in this field is very high, or the time taken to deliver my products is too much, or procurement time is high, or a lot of errors in my banking process. You will definitely have some issues. And what we would do is we will convert these issues, these problems, into projects. So if you are telling my procurement time is high, so we'll say, okay, we will take up a project. Procurement time today is 45 days. We would like to reduce it to 30 days by 31st of December 2020. Yeah. Oh, by the time we celebrate New Year, we'll also have our project procurement, delays reduced drastically. Yeah. So we'll celebrate New Year along with the success of our projects, improvement of our procurement time as well. So that's what we do. We convert these into improvement projects. And what we do, we will get the person from a procurement department of your company and we'll say, well, this project is given to you. You are the black belts. You are allocated this project. Similarly, the HR person will take up recruitment cycle time reduction in HR. Similarly, the operations person will take up a number of errors being committed by the employees. Today it is 3%. We would like to reduce it to less than 0.5%. So everyone has a project. Then we teach them tools and techniques. Some of these tools and techniques you are going to learn today. And once these tools and techniques are taught to them, then they apply these tools and techniques to their individual projects. They end up improving so many processes simultaneously. You can imagine if there are 30 green belts and black belts being trained and they are doing a project in the organization, how many projects would be completed? And this is how big change happens in the organization. Very big, drastic change happens in the organization. Everyone loves Lean and Six Sigma, and everyone loves these green belts and black belts. And they would like to hold on, isn't it? Of course, once you do a project, green belt, black belts, once you are a black belt, you are a sought after person. We help you to do the project also. When you attend our training, we will help you to do the projects. Right now also, let me tell you, you will have the confidence of doing a project. You will get the confidence of completing a project today also by the end of this session. So let me show you some of the things which we have done. So I showed you some Indian examples. Now I'll show you some Middle East examples.
My name is Mohammed Al-Bayati. I'm the CEO of NAPL. Through Annexes, Mr. Amitabh has taught me and more than 1,000 employees of NAPL, Six Sigma and Lean processes. This this affected our bottom lines by millions of riyals, and it is having a big impact in changing our company from a local company to a regional or multinational company. Thanks to Annexus and Mr. Amikal. Thank you very much.
So everyone loves Six Sigma. And we have done a lot of projects. I'm not going to name them, but they are listed here, resulting in millions of dollars of savings. Then we have a bank. Again, over the period of 4 years, we completed a lot of projects there also. And there also, we made a huge impact. In fact, the bank became the #1 bank in Oman. I'm not saying it is only because of Lean Six Sigma. Also, they had a strategy, proper strategy, which they implemented. And one of the strategies, of course, was Lean and Six Sigma, and it heavily contributed to make them #1. Of course, I have got videos about them, but I will not play the whole videos. Then we have got Al Futtaim group. If you are from Middle East, you know that how important and it is a very big group in Middle East. And there also we have done a lot of projects. And these are the green belts and black belts being trained.
1, 2, 3. Green air, go! And your song.
So when you attend our trainings, even on online, we have a lot of fun. Don't worry. So it's not that offline we have fun. We have fun online as well. So now they are going to do projects in the classroom. So they are going to do projects in the classroom, and that's what they are going to be prepared for. So these people in the classroom will be doing the project.
The slogan 1, 2, 3. Together, everyone achieve more. And your song.
Okay, so here you can see this is Toyota company. So Toyota also, in fact, Lean started in Toyota. So it was a great moment for us to train Toyota in Toyota techniques. Similarly, Six Sigma started in Motorola, and I got a separate video which my team will be sending it to you. In fact, my team, if you can send that history of Six Sigma video to everyone in the WhatsApp group, so they can see that later on. So it talks about history. It's a 5-minute video. It talks about whole history of Six Sigma, like how it started, etc. But I'm not going to spend the time on talking about the history. We'll talk about the tools. And Lean and Six Sigma, Lean started in Toyota. We have conducted training in Toyota, and GE was the company which popularized the Six Sigma, and we also have conducted training programs in GE. This is some persons are from oil and gas. They will know ADNOC is the biggest oil company in Abu Dhabi. They are also our client. In fact, Aramco in Saudi Arabia, they are our client. SABIC in Saudi Arabia, they are our client. Aramco is one of the biggest company. They have got now a share in Reliance Industries of as well. So I hope you must have heard of that news. It was recently big stake is acquired by Aramco. So Aramco is also our client, and there also we have done training programs. So this is an oil industry example.
4 years ago, somewhere in Middle East, one of the largest oil companies took up a Lean and Six Sigma project to reduce the rig move time from 7 days to less than 3 days. By doing so, they would increase their production capability without investing in additional equipment. I'm Amitabh Saxena from Annexus Consulting, and on 2nd of May, in American Society of Quality's World Conference, I'm going to talk about how around 50 people of different nationalities came together to solve a problem which was considered to be very, very difficult. In our journey, we used lots of Lean and Six Sigma tools and techniques, including the change management methodologies and advanced statistical tools. In our 10 years of existence, our company has completed many projects, but this project still stands tall amongst all of them, just like Burj Khalifa. So see you there on 2nd of May in Charlotte in USA.
And even the ministers of health ministers of Saudi Arabia, India, Vietnam, Thailand, and UK, they have attended our training programs. National Healthcare Service of United Kingdom, very famous National Healthcare Service. There also we have done some consulting. And yeah, so I just wanted to tell you that it's applicable in all the industries. Actually, we have got lots of credentials, lots of videos. You can always have a look at on our website, or you can ask for that. We have examples of lean construction applied in a lot of construction companies. In fact, those who are interested in specific lean construction and lean techniques, if you are just interested in lean techniques in detail, I've put a video on our NXS channel about lean techniques and lean techniques applied to construction industries. So let us talk about what is lean and what is Six Sigma. So in short, then we will learn some tools. Lean means map the process. In short, I'm talking about map the process. And how would you map the process? Not by sitting on a table and imagining the things. You will go to the field, go where the action is. We call this as Gemba investigation. We call this investigation or process mapping by going to the field as Gemba. Gemba means in Japanese, go where the action is. Don't sit in your air-conditioned room, but sweat it out. Go out there and see how the people are working. Walk the process with the customer. Walk the process with the employees. And you will see that a lot of things are taking place which are not adding any value. So you identify these wastes, you map the process. There are different techniques which you learn in our training sessions. There are different techniques of process mapping. You use them, identify the waste. Now, what is the definition of a waste? If it is not bringing or changing the input closer to the output, that means it's a wasteful step. If it is not done right the first time, it is waste. Anything which is starting with rework, review, checking, inspection, approval, everything is a waste. Sorry to say that many of you might be doing a lot of approvals. You might say, oh, it's very important. No, it is not adding any value. Then, if the customer is not willing to pay for any step, it is also a waste. So these are the three criteria of designating a process step as a waste. So you identify a lot of waste. We train you how to identify the waste. There are 7 or 8 types of waste which are listed here. If time permits, maybe towards the end, I will talk more about it. But in brief, let me talk about overproduction. If you're producing more than what is needed, that is a waste, because this will lead to inventory, warehousing cost. Money will be blocked. A lot of money is blocked in the unfinished goods and finished goods inventory. Waiting, any step is waiting for the previous step to complete job is a waste. Waiting is not adding any value. In your many of the times, like delivery time of your products, if you're a logistics company, 70 to 80% of the time is waste. If it is taking 4 days to deliver a product, out of that, only 1 day might be value added. 3 days is a waste. Recruitment cycle time. I will be choosing recruitment cycle time project for as an example today, because I see recruitment cycle time from an engineering industry of an oil company. Yeah, so I've tried to, and then I will also show some example if time permits from a healthcare, from a hospital as well. Then Transportation is a waste. So waiting is a waste. Approval is a waste. A lot of companies have a lot of 3 layers of approval. You ask the CEO, what are you doing? Oh, first 1 hour, I'm just signing the files. I'm approving something, sometimes on the system. What are you doing? What exactly happened? No, my senior manager has already seen the files. I'm just signing it. Okay. Why, you're so blindly signing it? Well, my senior manager is capable of, and I trust him, and I just sign. Why? Because that's the procedure. You go to the senior manager. He says, okay, my manager has done all the job and he's very, very good. Till for last 1 year, he did not commit any mistake, and I trust him, and I also sign blindly. So that means the CEO is not adding any value. Senior manager is not adding value. Now go to the manager. Manager says, yes, my junior does all the job, and I sometimes make some corrections, and then forward it to senior manager for signature. That means maybe up to manager, I might, have this approval, but senior manager and CEO definitely no. These are all non-value added activities. So a lot of waste is there in our processes. You identify them. Transportation waste. COVID-19 had revealed the huge transportation waste which the whole world was involved in. No longer, car industries on your vehicles, everyone, they will be in deep trouble now. People were unnecessarily using the cars. People were unnecessarily traveling, So transportation, which is not adding any value, is a waste. If you can do the job without transporting yourself or the goods or any material from one place to another place, that means you were doing this unnecessarily. Why? Because 30 years ago, people were doing it. Because 30 years ago, they were doing it, were just blindly following it. This virus, the small invisible virus, it had to take a virus to reveal that process waste. In fact, 6 months ago, till that time, we were also telling people transportation is a waste, transportation is a waste. People used to say, no, 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 no. How can you say transportation is a waste? Okay, not all transportation. Some transportation is value added also, but most of the transportation is a waste. Today, virus revealed that. So you have to identify a lot of your products, materials, and people are unnecessarily moving within your processes and wasting your time and money. Remove that. Overprocessing, inventory, rework, rejection, everything. Underutilized resources, intelligence of your organization. You have got a PhD person, and what exactly he's doing? He's answering mails, replying to some routine emails. You learned, you completed your degrees. You have got a lot of knowledge. You can do great work, but half of a day is spending in unnecessary meetings. Everyone knows it is unnecessary, but still you are having that meeting. Never took time to revisit those meetings, redesign your process. That is what Lean Six Sigma individual does. That is about Lean I'm talking about. Now, variation. Six Sigma is also important. The Six Sigma talks more about variation. Although it is not that Six Sigma doesn't talk about waste, Six Sigma also talks about waste, but Lean focuses on waste. And even Lean talks about variation, but main focus of Lean is waste. And main focus of Six Sigma is variation. Now, variation is also important. Less variation, the customer trusts you more. You go to Toyota showroom and ask a car. And if the person tells you, well, like, you go and buy potatoes, right? When you go and buy potatoes, you have to choose the potato. This is a good potato. This is not good. You have to choose, isn't it? Inspection time, waste, isn't it? If the same thing happens in Toyota showroom also. Okay, sir, we have got so many cars. You can choose which car you want. No, you don't do that. Just point out, like, this car, I want this car. That's it. You trust. Why do you trust Toyota or any? Why do you trust even Samsung or maybe Apple? Why do you trust? Because there is no variation from product to product. Variation is there, definitely. Very little variation would be very, very minimal, almost zero. And when there is no variation, you trust the product, trust the company. Another example, McDonald's. Go to Bangalore, Mumbai, Bangkok, Philippines, Riyadh, New York, Sydney, Tokyo, everywhere. Even in Beijing, McDonald's is same. The burger is almost same. The services are same. Both product and services, no variation. It is not dependent on people. It is dependent on processes and systems. Deming, the quality guru, used to say, 85% of the problems, 85% of the problems are due to the processes and systems, not due to the people. 85% of the problems are due to the processes and systems, not due to the people. So don't blame the people. If you want to make changes to your process, what you need to do? You need to change the process. Changing the process is easier than changing the people. Change the process, the same people will deliver excellent results. Same people. Don't have to change. Just change the process. Now, this is what process excellence is. That is what Lean Six Sigma focuses on. Process excellence. All the tools and techniques are focused on processes. A little bit, some tools are like change management. Of course, I'm not going to cover the change management here today, but change management is only small module which is focused on people. Otherwise, it's all process. All the tools and technique. And also data. In Six Sigma especially, we are talking about Lean talks about processes, and Six Sigma talks about data. Everything is data oriented. In God we trust, rest others bring data. I repeat, in God we trust, rest others bring data. I'm not going to trust you unless you are God. I'll trust only data. I respect your experience. I respect your, maybe people like me who have lost their hairs and 52-year-old keep telling 30 years of experience. No, sorry. A young green belt and black belt will not trust me. They don't trust me. If they are a black belt, they say, sorry, sir, I don't trust you. I only trust data. Show me the data. When you say my productivity loss is because of my staff is not skilled, show me the data. First, skilled staff, productivity. Unskilled staff, productivity. Skilled staff productivity is 80%. Unskilled staff productivity is also 80%. I'll say, sorry, skill is not the root cause. Data has proven it. So you keep, making data-based analysis and find the root causes of your problem. Whatever problem you're solving, you have to solve using root cause analysis. So let us have a look at it. Now, before you do that, you'll need to learn in the next 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to teach you some basic statistics. Sorry to take you back to your high schools, but I have to do that. If you want to claim yourself to be a yellow belt, you have to, I'm so sorry, you have to learn that little bit of statistics and mathematics. Please bear with me for the next 15 to 20 minutes. It will be really, really fruitful for you. You will also, become a stronger yellow belt after that. And maybe you may take up a journey of a green belt and a black belt also later on. Even being a yellow belt is also good enough. It's fair. You know what is Lean, what is Six Sigma. Okay, so let us look at. I will take you to my screen now, and I was talking about some basic statistics. So I will take a very simple example because I have a lot of people from various industries. So all the processes, repetitive processes in the world, they follow a distribution. What is that distribution? Normal distribution. Why it is known as a normal distribution? Because it is normal to obtain a normal distribution. Normal distribution. Okay. Who observed this for the first time? Mr. Gauss. Carl Friedrich Gauss, the 19th century mathematician. He used to observe patterns in the nature and everywhere in the process, and he found everything. He was surprised to find everything follows, which is repetitive in nature, followed normal distribution. Those who want to zoom in the screen, they can always zoom in. There's a plus sign, so they can zoom in on your screen, right? And this curve never touches the x-axis. I'll tell you what do you mean by this normal distribution. Those who have never heard of it, I'm assuming you have never heard of it, never seen it. So sorry for that assumption. I know you are a knowledgeable person, but maybe some of you have not heard. So I'm assuming that you have never, don't even know about it. You have never heard about it. Okay. So here, Mr. Gauss, he found that every data set, let's say if I take the age of the people who are attending this training program today, that age will be following normal distribution. Heights of the people who are attending the program today is normally distributed. Time taken to complete a job in your company is normally distributed. Delivery time of your product is normally distributed. Production in your company on a daily basis is normally distributed. I will go on and on. You put your, you make your sentence. That's the sentence. I have given you the structure of the sentence. Please make a sentence for your own company. If you are on marketing of your monthly sales in your company is normally distributed. Okay. So let us take, now I will take a simple travel time example. So traveling time to your office, if you're still going to office, but remember the days, long time gone away, but they will come soon when you used to go to the office. It also follows normal distribution. So one day you took 30 minutes, 32 minutes, 31 minutes, 31 minutes, 23 minutes, 26 minutes, 38 minutes, and so on and so forth. So this data follows normal distribution. This will have a average. Average is given by X bar. We write average time is 30 minutes. And standard deviation, it will always have a standard deviation, very easy to calculate using an Excel sheet. We train you when you train with us as Greenbelt, or if you want, still interested in knowing, I've got my team will be sending you one yellow belt training session I have conducted where I have mentioned about standard deviation as well. So every yellow belt training, I talk about different topics, different, more or less it is same, 70-80% is same, but some 20-30% extra topics, depending, it depends on the question. Some people ask questions, so I just answer the questions towards the end. So in one of the trainings, I have even derived the equation of a standard deviation. But right now, just be aware of the fact that there is something called standard deviation for every data. So let us say this standard deviation is 5 minutes. Now, Mr. Gauss, Carl Friedrich Gauss, he found that this curve never touches the x-axis. It goes on and on to minus infinity to plus infinity. It goes on and on. It never touches, goes on and on. But it appears to touch. It almost appears to touch the x-axis at plus 3 times the standard deviation and minus 3 times the standard deviation. So if this is X bar, this is 1 sigma, this is 2 sigma, this is 3 sigma, this is minus 1 sigma, minus 2 sigma, and I can predict for my process now, my travel time is average 30 minutes. First 1 sigma is 35, 40, and 45, right? So 1 sigma, 2 sigma, and 3 sigma. At 3 sigma, it is 45, right? So this is 1 sigma, 2 sigma, and 3 sigma. This is 25, 20, and 15. I hope you have understood this. If you have not understood this, don't worry. The recording will be sent to you. You can have watch this video one more time. Any number of times you can watch this video. Don't worry. But try to understand the concept. So what is happening here? I can predict, as per Mr. Gauss, he said, with a small sample, if you calculate average and standard deviation using Gaussian theorem, he gave a theorem, right? Using the theorem, you can predict about 99% of your population. And I'm talking about the population. I'm not talking about the sample. I'm talking about the population. All the 99% of your travel time to your office. Even if you can travel 100, 200, 300, next whole year performance, I can predict that you can never take less than 15 minutes and never take more than 45 minutes while traveling to your office. Never. Similarly, if you are in sales and marketing, your average sales is $30 million. You are from a big company, right? $30 million. Standard deviation is $5 million. At the most, your company will go up to 45 million. And at the worst cases, it will be 15 million. How did I get it? I just collected last 12 months of data and I can predict about your all performance of the next 1, 2, 3 years, 4 years. As long as you are with the same services and with the same set of people, with the same policies and procedure. Like this is what why we sometimes call this as voice of process. Voice of process. This is known as lower control limit. This is known as upper control limit. Lower control limit and upper control limit. Minus 3 sigma is lower control limit, plus 3 sigma is upper control limit. So I can predict about my process now. My process is behaving within 15 to 45 minutes of travel time, or if marketing, $15 to $45 million. If it is procurement time, on an average 30 days, standard deviation 5 days, my procurement time is 15 days to 45 days. 99% of the procurement will be within this time. Yeah. And I see then we have got IT people, Rudal is from IT, so I can say my IT delivery time of my projects, small projects, I can deliver between 15 days to 45 days. Big projects, maybe 15 to 45 months. Depends on from where, which type of project we are talking about, because the data has to be collected from the similar processes, right? So we have Chirag as chemical engineer. You can talk about production in your organization. So we are talking about the sample production per day of, let's say, polyethylene terephthalate chips, 30 tons, 32 tons, 30 tons per day. Minimum production, my plant is capable of 15 tons per day. Maximum I can go up to 45, on an average 30 tons per day. So it is about, almost all types of, we are talking about all types of processes. This normal distribution is applicable. I'm saying almost all, because there are exceptions. We are not going to talk about exceptions in our yellow belt training. In our black belt trainings, we talk about non-normal distributions as well. Binomial distribution. There are different types of distribution for specific processes. We train you in all those things. But right now, let us restrict ourselves to maximum occurring normal distribution everywhere. It is prevalent everywhere. So let us stick to that only. And once we have got that, then what happens? After that, we make a lower control limit and upper control limit. chart, we call it control chart. LCL 15, let's say minutes, if you are traveling time, and 45 minutes, and X bar is how much? 30 minutes. And this is your traveling time. So one day you will take 20 minutes, another day you take 25 minutes, another day you take, your traveling time will keep varying within these, day in and day out. If you are behaving within these limits, we call it as voice of process. Your process is telling you that I'm capable of delivering for 15 to 45 minutes. Or any process, if you're from sales process, my process is capable of delivering for 15 to 45 million dollars of sales. Or if you are from procurement process, recruitment process, 15 days to 45 days, I will recruit my employees. Very easily you can calculate. And it's very easy to calculate the, when you are talking about the, doing these calculations, we train you when you are in a green belt or a black belt. We train you in software. We give the software also to you, and we train you in the Minitab software. And I'll show you some software how we can apply very easily, so that you'll get a little bit of idea that how it is applied in real life situations. Or maybe I will take the same travel time example, so that you can correlate very easily. So 15 to 45 days or minutes in our case is what your process is. Now I will ask you a question. If I ask you a question, yesterday you took 20 minutes, today you took 25 minutes, why? So you will tell me, well, it is due to lot of causes. So this is travel time. This is travel time. Here we are having lot of causes. Travel time, these are X factors. This is Y. We call it Y, which I'm trying to improve. X factor is what? The factors affecting my travel time, my Y. See, life is simple. Life is not difficult. People who tell you the Lean Six Sigma is very difficult, mathematical, statistical, no, not at all. One of the reasons I'm doing these programs is just to convince people, oh no, everyone can learn Lean Six Sigma. Yeah. Okay, so X factors, I hope you are understanding, you are still with me, right? These are X factors. What are the X factors? Tell me. Oh yes, Dibyendu is telling, wow, really? Oh, Hasib, thank you. Wow, so nice of you. Okay, so this is also known as fishbone diagram or Ishikawa diagram, and cause and effect diagram. Mayur is telling, right? So what are the reasons? Can you tell me why traveling time is having variation? What may be the reason? So we are doing a now brainstorming session for identifying our root causes. Why my traveling time is high? I'm trying to, so left late, okay. Traffic, okay, very good. Traffic, we appreciate, okay, okay, yeah. This man-machine material, okay, some people are aware of man-machine material, method, measurement. So there are 6, areas of man-machine material, method, measurement, and you are aware of that. Okay, traffic time, puncture, okay, and problem is vehicle, type of vehicle, oh, distance, oh, very good, distance, vehicle, left, late. So time, how early you leave, early time, how early you leave, that also is there. Rains, weather, petrol, yes, yeah, oh, you have got so many excuses to come late to office. Oh. Okay, so what we have done is, okay, what we will do, I can just put all your things here. So this is your travel time. This is a travel time, which are here 25, 30, 35 minutes. And very easily, I'm showing you a Minitab. This is a Minitab software, which you learn in our Green Blue training program. So I have collected the data of your travel time. And what I did, I do a histogram. With just 2 clicks, I will get my histogram, and it will tell me average is 30 minutes and standard deviation is 5 minutes. See, my focus has to be not on calculation. My focus has to be understanding the concept and solve my problem. I'm not here to do calculations. As a black belt, I'm not here to be a statistician. I'm not here to calculate my standard deviation and apply the formula. No, the software is ready to do it for me. I will just know the status of my process. Oh, I'm taking 30 minutes and standard deviation 5 minutes. Okay, lower control limit is 15 and upper control limit is 45. This is the condition of my process. This is the voice of a process. And then I do man, machine, material, method, measurement. These are all the bones of my fishbone diagram. Driver, mood, man, driver, depends on the driver, my mood also, skill also, the car, vehicle use, GPS use, maps, driving style, route, distance, time before starting, how much time early I start, okay, rains, weather, traffic, all these are there. And I can just say, tell the Minitab, please do a cause and effect diagram. And in just 2 clicks, it will do a cause and effect diagram. And it tells you all the things. Well, these are the things. Well, high travel time, driver, mood, skill, car, machine, everything. Man, machine, material, measurement, all these are given here. So I get a cause and effect diagram. Once I get a cause and effect diagram, what do? Now, let us say you are taking a project to reduce the travel time. Let us say you will give this data to the person who has agreed to collect the data for you, okay, and ask him, or you yourself collect the data. Every day you assign a reason. Every day you assign a reason. Why I was late today? Oh, today it was due to the driver. I had another driver who was very slow. 3 times it happened. Mood, in the last let's say 30 days, 2 times my mood was off. That is why. Car, 10 times it was attributed to the car. Maps was faulty. Maps could be attributed. So there are so many causes. So what we are doing, how many times each of these causes occurred in the next 30 days, or if I have a historical data, I can even collect the historical data and do some analysis in that historical data and get out get out my table. This is the table. In fact, you don't even have to create the table. Minitab will create the table for you, but I'm not going to tell you too much of details. So this table can be very easily automatically created by Minitab. If you just list the causes one by one here, Minitab will create the table for you. Some other example I'll show to you. Now I have got the causes with me. Now coming back. Oh, we are here. Now, if I ask you, 20 minutes one day, 25 minutes another day, why? If you are a green belt or a black belt, you will tell me, don't waste my time, Mr. Amitabh. Don't waste my time. Sorry, Mr. Amitabh, you are 30-year experience, you are lost all of your years teaching Lean and Six Sigma. Sorry, I respect you, but sorry, you're wasting my time by asking this question. Why? Because you will tell the process is under control between 15 to 45 minutes. Don't waste my time by asking silly questions. Don't ask me to explain the reason why this fluctuation is there 15 to 45 minutes. The answer is all the causes are acting on my system and producing this variation. We call it as common causes. All the causes are acting on my system and producing this variation, and we call it as common causes. So I say process is under control. So if you are the person and I am asking you a question, hey, 20 minutes yesterday, why 25 minutes today? You will say, sorry, common causes, no answer. Collectively, all the causes are acting on my system and producing this variation. But suppose one day you took 60 minutes. Will you tell the same thing? All the causes are acting on my system and producing this variation? No. Then you will say what? You will assign a reason. Oh, there were 2 bad rains today. This is not occurring every day. So when you go out of control, you can assign a reason. Immediately you can assign a reason and you have to act on it. You have to act on that particular cause. That is what, when production is going suddenly up, you have to find a reason. Wow, something great happened. What is that? Assign a reason. Find out. If it is good news, go for it. Your sales goes up suddenly. Wow, some good news. Then you assign a reason, find out, exploit that reason in your favor. Or even if it goes down, this also you have to assign a reason. Okay. But what happens in the companies? Oh, sales are very good. Last 1 year, best week today. We sold 42. Celebration in the cafeteria. Next month goes down. Oh, I think celebration backfired. Recognition backfired. This team really known. Then next month again goes down. Oh no, this team needs tough management. Goes further down. Now some time to take some strict action, and everyone is called and oh, there's a problem in the company and you're not, manager is very furious. And suddenly sales go up. Manager says, yeah, that's what team needs, tough management. He says, that day I gave a nice lecture, because of that sales have improved. No, sorry. A black belt will say, sorry, sir. Even if you are sitting at home doing nothing, still sales would have improved. They are fluctuating. There is a natural variation. Same is true with your cycle times, your recruitment times. Same is your number of mistakes you commit. Your team commits 30 to 15 to 45 mistakes every day. Or let's say you're processing 50,000 jobs every day, let us say, and you're committing 15 to 45 minutes. It's okay. That's how you are. Now, does it mean you can't do anything about it? We are not saying that. We are not saying that. But we are saying different action is needed for such problems. So if I go back, this is my problem. This is my cycle time of a process. Today it is between 15 to 45 days. Process is under control. Does it mean I should relax and do nothing? No. I should listen to the customer. Now, this is voice of process. I told you. There is a voice of customer also very important. He says, please deliver my material, or your procurement should be within 20 days. Sorry. Your process is between 15 to 45. I don't care. Give me my delivery within for 20 days. So what I have to do? I have to make my process like this. Means, what am I telling? I have to change the control limits. I have to change the control limits. And this is not going to happen in just one meeting, or sending a memo, or shouting at people, or sending them for some training program in United States of America. Sorry. It will happen only using Lean Six Sigma. So Lean Six Sigma project is only applicable when you want to solve a long-term problem in your company, which is there for last 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. If there is some one-off problem like this, 60 minutes, this problem doesn't need Six Sigma. It needs immediate action. Take an immediate action. But Problem like this, which is long-term in nature, needs Lean Six Sigma, and Lean Six Sigma has a DMAC approach for you: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control, which we are going to learn today, right? Which we are going to understand. DMAIC: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So first of all, you have to understand Lean Six Sigma is not applicable to solve every problem, cannot be applied to solve any problem. Only long-term problem for which you have totally, the whole company is confused, don't know what's happening, we have tried everything. For such problems, you have Lean and Six Sigma. But if you know the solution, don't have to do Lean Six Sigma projects. Apply the solution, solve the problem. Yeah, you don't have to, apply Six Sigma everywhere. Lean Six Sigma is for problem, and it is to change the control limits. Now I can talk in terms of statistical language to you, but I can't tell this to another person out there who has not attended our yellow belt training. I can't say change the control limits. There I will say, still their language would be, you are taking 30 minutes, change it to 25 minutes. They are happy. People are mean-minded, isn't it? Mean means average. Mean, median, mode. We call mean means average. Everyone talks about average. How much is the average time? This. How much is the average sales? This. Have you ever heard about any manager talking about standard deviation? My dear friend, both average and standard deviation, both are important. Standard deviation will help you to calculate the lower and upper control limit, which will help you to understand the voice of process. Then you will understand what is your process. And you have to understand this is how you are going to operate day in and day out, because the way your policies and procedures and the people are trained, your system structures, IT system, they will continue to deliver you 15 to 45 days or $15 to $45 million. You may wish anything. Process doesn't listen to that. This is voice of process. Process is telling you, I will behave between this. But your customer tells you here, so here you have to make some changes to the process. How will you make changes? By doing root cause analysis. Again, data-based oriented, not by logic, intuition, and experience. No. Such problems which are in the DNA of your company. This is the DNA structure of your company. Such problems cannot be solved using logic, intuition, experience. I have got 20 years of experience. I can solve this problem. Sir, for the last 2 years, you are handling this department with 20 years of experience. You have not been able to solve. Now your young 26-year-old black belt can solve that problem. By the way, let me tell you, like me, we have got 10 master black belts with us, and all of them are in late 20s or early 30s. They are all young. I am the oldest person. Yeah. So, but everyone is superb, everyone is great, and everyone is capable of solving every company's problem. That's the beauty of it. Every data in the company can be represented in numbers. We'll soon see. And there are 3 rules. You cannot improve if you cannot measure. Okay, you cannot improve if you cannot measure. Actually, I've got a slide for that. If I can. Let me see if I can get a slide for you. So the rule number 1 is you cannot improve if you cannot measure. What is rule number 2? Any guesses? If you have seen my earlier program, any guesses? Everything can be measured. Rule number 2 is everything can be measured. And rule number 3 is, if you think something cannot be measured, go back to rule number 2. Go back to rule number 2. Okay. Or actually, that rule is not go back to rule number 2. The rule is, if you think something cannot be measured, probably it is attribute data. So I'll tell you what is attribute data in a short while. So I was searching for my file, and I think I've got the file with me. And this is the file. Okay. Okay, I was so busy in talking to you initially and getting your domain names, I forgot to tell you the agenda of the program. Oh, this is what happens. Lovely people like you, when they are there, I forget my agenda, isn't it? So let me tell you, somewhere in the middle of the training, I'm talking about the agenda. Okay, so agenda was what is Lean Six Sigma. Okay, introduction to basic statistics. We'll talk about DMAC now. We are going to talk about DMAC. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. And then I'll show you some projects, some project examples from different industries as much as possible. And then, of course, if questions are there, if time still remains, we will have some discussions. And this was I was talking about. People think there are two types of data. One which cannot be measured, one can be measured. But the rules are, you can't improve if you cannot measure. Second rule is, you can measure everything. So many times you are afraid of data. Oh, we do not collect data. Why? Because I don't know. Why should I collect data? We collect a lot of data. No one does anything with that. Or second excuse, we have too much data. It's lying everywhere. Confuses us. Third, analysis is too complicated. I'm not a statistical guy. I hated maths. By the way, I also hated maths. But today you don't have to do any calculations. You have all softwares. You are a manager, you have to solve the problems. You don't have to do any calculations. To understand that, you have to understand there are two types of data, continuous and attribute. Okay, there are two types of data, continuous and attributes. So let us learn about these two types of data before I teach you the DMAC. So there are two types of data, continuous and attribute. Continuous data can be represented on a number line and attribute. Yeah. Okay, I will just use maybe my previous yellow belt training example. That will be a good idea. Yeah. So this is data types. There are two types of data. Continuous. Scores, salaries, study time. This was an example I was taking for educational institute, but we can have for our industry example. Cycle time of a process, 32.2 days. So what is the common thing here? You see, continuous data always has a unit. Okay, age. Can you give me some examples, other examples of continuous data? Temperature, weight, wow. Yeah, body temperature nowadays very important. Everyone is measuring that in continuous data. Okay, sales, pressure, everything, you got it. Now everything has a unit and everything can be represented on a number line. That means distance, velocity, yeah, perfect. So in this case, decimal point is possible. There's a decimal point possibility, right? Now, here is attribute data. Attribute data, like some example would be, let me have some other example from industrial example I will take maybe. If I have an industrial example, let me take. Yeah, performance. This is an example from healthcare industry. Discharge time of a patient. Performance, good, not good. Attribute data is in categories. Yeah. Match result, win, lost, yes. Patient satisfaction, customer satisfaction. All these are examples of your attribute data. Now, all the data in the world can definitely be expressed as attribute data. Attribute data will have an attribute, will have a category, it will have a count, and it will have a proportion. Now, all the data in the world can be expressed as attribute data. Okay. All the data in the world can be expressed as attribute data. Another example, gender. Gender, male, female, 30. There cannot be 30.1 male. You can express as proportion 0.6 female. Customer satisfaction. Yeah. Now, there are two types of statistics. Descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Descriptive statistics just tells you how are you performing. What is your current state? Like, I am taking on an average 20 minutes to complete a job. This is a descriptive statistic. For descriptive statistics of continuous data, I can make histogram and minimum sample size is 30 samples. 30 sample is good enough. 30 sample is good enough. With 30 samples, I can make a histogram and I can predict it about 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion people. This is a misconception. Of course, we don't have time, and of course, we are in yellow belt and we have a time limitation. So I cannot do that exercise, but in another program, I have done it. I collected the heights of all the people and predicted the heights of all the people in the world. Just 30 samples, you get the average, standard deviation, you get the heights of all the people in the world. Average is 174 centimeters, standard deviation is 6 centimeters. Do your calculations. You yourself will get all the people in the world are between these two. There are control limits of the heights of the people you will get. So when you are doing descriptive statistics, you can use histogram. But you cannot use histogram for attribute data. Like with male 30, female 20, you cannot have. Then you use bar chart or pie chart. This is known as a bar chart or pie chart. So this is how you. So tools and techniques also are related to types of data. There is no confusion. No, you are teaching so many tools, where to apply what tool, I am confused. Don't worry. You can see this video again one more time. Don't worry. Yeah. Don't get confused. Be clear. Already COVID-19 is confusing all of us enough. Now you'll say, oh, Mr. Amitabh has confused us so much today. Types of data, DMAC, control limits, standard deviation. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I hope you're still with me. So there are two types of data, continuous and attribute. Now, if I am interested in just describing the data, I will use either histogram or a bar chart. But if I am interested in knowing about inference, drawing an inference, like is gender related to height? Means is height related to gender? Means are males taller than females? We don't know. Everything has to be data oriented. So I collect the data. When it is attribute and continuous, I will use a tool called box plot. When it is continuous and continuous both, like age and cycle time, is time taken to complete an activity is related to age or experience? Then we will use both continuous. If both continuous are there, I will use scatter plot. I use scatter plot. Scatter plot looks like this. X, the variable X is here. It's a continuous data, right? And you are plotting the data here. We call it scatter plot. Time and age. Oh, more the age, more the time. As people grow old, oh no, oh no, oh no. Doesn't matter, happens. You take more time. Yeah. So age and suppose this is the case. Look here. This is the case. Oh, no, not related. Or it can be this also going to be the case. Depending on whatever. So here it is related. Here I would say not related. So I will say this is not my root cause. This is not my root cause. Simple. So I'm doing root cause analysis. I'm getting my root causes. So I will solve your problem. But how I'll solve your problem? Not just by logic, intuition, experience. I'll collect the data. How many? Just 30, 40, 50, 100 samples, 100, 200 samples only can reveal everything about your process. And then I'll say, okay, this is your problem. That is not your problem. So there are 20 different things. Out of these 20, only 2 or 3 are your problems. That is what we can do. Okay. Now look at this about continuous and continuous. Both X and Y are continuous and continuous. I'll use scatter plot. We'll combine all the information together a little later, but let us learn the technique. Now I have got attribute and continuous. Is height related to gender? Males, I collected the data and heights. Oh yes, males. Now I cannot, there's no continuous data here, isn't it? I'm restricted with 2 categories here. Oh yeah, if I try to draw a chart also, it will look like this, isn't it? Scatter plot also will look like this. Something like this. Yeah. So we call it as box plot. So box plot, this tells, yeah, heights of male is little, they're taller, males are taller. So that means gender and height are related. Gender is one of the causes of the height, or, in a way, if you are doing a root cause analysis, of course. And if this is the case, both, oh no, in my city or my group, there is no difference between, like, all our males are tall, there's no means, they are not related. That's what. So it depends. Data will reveal for itself. Now, just to give an example, which we were doing right now, we do. Okay, we were here, right? We were doing our problem. Okay, I will show that and apply this by showing you a project, and then I will do the subsequent analysis also for you. So up to here, what we have learned, there are 2 types of data, continuous and attribute. If I am interested in showing only continuous data, I'll make a histogram. Only attribute data, I can make a bar chart, pie chart, or a Pareto chart. There is another tool called Pareto chart. And if I am trying to make an inference, depending on the type of data, I can either do cause and effect diagram, I can do either a scatter plot or a box plot. So with that information, let me show you I'll show you a project. And this project, I was talking about from an oil industry, but engineering company, which is in the oil industry, which is constructing and installing a lot of plants for the oil industry. And this is a recruitment process, because I've not chosen engineering process, because many of you may not be able to correlate with that. But everyone knows about recruitment process. So now we are doing a DMAC project, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Recruitment process. Process is recruitment process, right? I'm talking about recruitment process. We assign a team, green belts. They may not be from recruitment process. They can be you and me. They should know only what is average, what is standard deviation, what is box plot, what is scatter plot, what is cause and effect diagram, what is control charts, what is common causes, what is special causes. No. All these things they should be knowing. If they know, that means you are qualified to improve any process in any industry. Any process in any industry. Yeah. So, but of course, we will have 2 more stakeholders identified in my project. The process owner is the person in whose process you are doing the project. So here the recruitment manager will be the process owner. He doesn't have to undergo the training, but you have to identify them because their support is needed. Eh? And then head of the department, the champion or sponsor, we call him champion or the sponsor, head of the department. He is not going to undergo the training, but still we have to designate him. We have to make them happy, isn't it? We are going to do an improvement in their process. He will tell you, who are you to improve my process? You are not from recruitment. How can you improve my process? That's what happens. When earlier we used to go to hospitals, they would say, you are not a doctor. How can you improve my process? We used to tell them the same story. You have an average, sir, your average surgery time. There is a standard deviation in your surgery time, sir. Then there are control limits. And then same story. You have root causes of why you are delaying your surgery, why you are asking the patient to lie on the bed for more time, and all, why there is waste in your system. Same story we used to tell. We have told doctors and bankers and IT specialists and airlines industries, TV industry, everywhere we have told the same story. You know, and I'm telling the same story to you again, which of course you can again see it again one more time on, my team will be sending you the link. You can watch that, the Yellow Belt training one more time. And you can also spread this message to your friends if you are interested. That link will be, my team will be sending in the chat box, and also it will be sent to you. So I have to make them happy, Mr. Champion. So I identify, Mr. Champion, you are the HR director, you are the champion, sir. Champion of your project. And once that is done, we get change management is also important. When you are doing a project, knowing about tools and technique is also not enough. You have to also, apply some intelligence, emotional intelligence. We teach you that also in our training programs. How the human mind works. We tell you the secrets. Yes. And then that's how you can control your stakeholders. And then once they are ready, then first thing is you do SIPOC, supplier input, process output, and customer. So I'm just going to mention the tools and techniques. Obviously, we will not be able to tell you how to draw these charts, but very briefly, SIPOC, SIPOC means supplier input, process output, and customer. Usually you do a SIPOC from right to left. So you identify the customer first. Here the disciplines or the departments are the customer. Output is the recruited employee. Recruitment is the output. Process is basic 5 steps. What are the inputs? The system you are using, the CVs, budget, etc., HR staff, etc. They are the inputs, and the suppliers of the inputs are mentioned here. That is SIPOC. Once you have the SIPOC, you go to the customer and ask. See, the definition of problems everywhere in the organization. What is the definition of problem? Problem is in a process always. And problem is faced by whom? The customer. So you have to ask the customers, Mr. Customer, what do you want? What do you face? Which problem? And this problem is faced in the output of the process. Always, this is a simple basic definition of a problem in any company. So you go to you identify the customer. See, it's a step-by-step process. The DMAC is a very step-by-step process. If you just blindly follow the steps, you will end up improving any process in any industry. So first thing in the define phase, you do a SIPOC. Identify the customer, ask the customer about the output. Sir, how do you find about, how do you like what's your opinion about my output? He'll say, oh, I hate you. I don't like you. But you will say, sir, I will convert all your sentences into measurable, because you cannot improve, you cannot measure, isn't it? So you will convert all the English language or whichever language he is speaking into statistics in either continuous or attribute data, simple. And then start measuring, sir, okay, your average is this, standard deviation. You will not talk all these languages to them. You'll say, sir, give me 3 months. So typically 3 months it takes to complete a green belt project. And typically it's 6 months it takes to complete a black belt project. Okay. So you'll say, give me 3 months. I will come back. I'll solve your problem. Don't worry. That's what you will tell him. And he will look at you. Why 3 months? I want it yesterday. Then you tell him, sir, last 2 years, you have not been able to solve this problem. Now give me 3 months at least. And keep quiet for 3 months. When you are collecting the data, he'll say, What nonsense is going on? I told you to solve my problem and you are making histograms and standard deviations. You just tell him, keep quiet for 3 months. That's it. That's important. You have to keep them happy. You should not say like that. I'm just joking. If you say like that, they'll say, sorry, I don't want you. You have to keep them happy. Say, sir, that's what we do. What we do before we launch a Six Sigma program in companies, we actually conduct a champions training. Well, I'll show you that as well. I will come back to, don't worry, I'll come back to this again. So this is the champions training. We train the senior management first so that they are patient enough. For 3 to 6 months, they will keep quiet. They will wait. So what we do, we play a game with the senior management. This is the game we are playing with the senior management. It depends on the company. If it's a courier, it was a logistics company, so we played a courier service game. If you're a hospital healthcare, then we play a healthcare related game. So we tell them, okay, solve this problem. We give them this problem to solve. So this is a courier company. So they or logistics company. We said, okay, send one mail to another person. 4 people sitting on 4 corners. Send mail to each other without error within 5 minutes, and they were not able to do that. Then we tell them, okay, now you apply histogram, get your average, get your standard deviation, get your control limits, get your cause and effect, get your Pareto chart. I will tell you what is Pareto chart. So get your Pareto chart, get your box plots, scatter plots, go to the root causes. And they did it. And in 3 hours, they found the solution. Then we said, in the morning, you were not able to find a solution to your problem. You applied all the ideas, but after applying tools and techniques in 4 hours, you solve the problem. So similarly, allow us to apply our tools and techniques for 3 months. After 3 months, talk to us. And with confidence, you can say that. Okay. So I'll just come back to our Yes, so this is the one we are talking about. So we asked the customers, they said, I don't like you. That's why it takes too long to recruit the right candidate, limited sources. There's so many things they'll talk. We will convert everything into measurable characteristic, and we call this measurable characteristic as CTQ, critical to quality. So we choose one CTQ to improve, and then that's what we have done. We're choosing one CTQ to improve, and we make a project charter. So in the define phase, what we do, SIPOC, CTQ, and project charter, 3 things. Project charter, we write the problem statement in measurable terms. It is taking 60 days to recruit an employee, more than 60 days. We would like to have a goal statement, then we write very smart goal statements, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. We would like to have all recruitments done within 60 days. Or at least today, 62% of the recruitments are going beyond 60 days. We'd like to have with at least reduce the 62% to less than 20%. So this is our goal by 31st December 2020. The biggest project which is going on today is COVID vaccine. A lot of people have already created the project charter given the timelines also. Right. Okay, coming back to our project, Six Sigma project, right? So here, goals, then you also write how much money will be saved or how this will make the customer happy. You have to write that. Benefits. Then only you will get the support. Otherwise, no one is interested in you. Everyone is interested in themselves. You yourself are interested in yourself, isn't it? What's in it for me? WIIFM, FM channel, everyone listens to. WIIFM, what's in it for me? If you start doing the things, keeping in mind what's in it for me in the sense from other person's perspective, you will succeed. Yeah. So if you want to succeed as a green belt and a black belt, and of course a yellow belt as well, you have to apply these what's in it for me technique. So these tools help you to apply these. So I have created a project charter. Now comes the measure phase. I collect the data, collect the days taken, the department. The department is there, days taken is there. I can make a box plot out of it. Which department is taking more time? Later on I will do. Then we also identify a defect. So we define a defect in a process. And here they have defined a defect as any recruitment taking more than 60 days is a defect. So how many defects? 27 defects in 47 samples. Now we have a way of converting these defects into per million opportunities, DPMO, defects per million opportunities. I'm not going to describe the technique for you right now, but there is a technique, and we use DPMO, number of defects divided by number of units, number of opportunities, and we get DPMO, defects per million opportunities. Our percentage will be 62%. In million, it will be 627,000 recruitments are taking in 1 million recruitments. Let's see, 27,000 recruitments are delayed, which corresponds to sigma level of 1.144. So higher the sigma level, better is your process. Higher the sigma level, lesser is the defects. 6 sigma means only 3 defects in 1 million. So you are at 1.14, means around 62% defects. You would like to move to 2. See, you don't have to become a 6 sigma process every time. By the way, sigma level is not for a company. Sigma level is for a process. Okay, should not say which company is 6 sigma company. This question is meaningless. Which process is 6 sigma process? There are a lot of processes which are 6 sigma process. You cannot ask, okay, Emirates Airlines, what sigma level it is? If you're, which process you are talking about? Catering process, maybe 4.2 sigma. Baggage handling process, around 3.8 sigma. Takeoff and landing process, 6 sigma. Should be 6 sigma. Yeah. So process, sigma level is for a process. Higher the sigma level, lesser is the defect. So I calculate the sigma level. My measure phase is over. My analyze phase, now I map the process, do Gemba investigation. After I do Gemba investigation, I can do something which is known as escape analysis, ESCAP, eliminate, simplify, combine, automate, and parallel. I ask 5 questions. Can I eliminate this step? Every step I ask 5 questions. Can I eliminate? Can I simplify? Can I combine? Can I automate? Can I make it parallel? And you will find that a lot of times you will say, yeah, I think I can automate. I think this can be done in parallel. I think this can be combined with another step. I think this can be eliminated. I don't know why we are doing this step. So you will get totally new process after doing this Gemba investigation, escape analysis. That's what they did. Then you can also do cause and effect diagram. One way of doing cause and effect diagram is call everyone who knows about the process and ask them, whatever tools, whatever causes you can think of, please give me the, write the causes in a post-it note. And you can also help them to brainstorm based on man, machine, material, method, etc. And that's what they did, and put it on the brown paper. And by using some techniques, you learn. I'm not going to describe all the techniques right now, but you learn some different techniques. Here they have used voting techniques, in short. So they voted for some of the top causes, and they arranged the causes as per the votes. And then we apply Pareto chart. Vilfredo Pareto was an Italian economist who found that 80% of the wealth is with 20% of the people in Italy. 80% of the money was with 20% of the people. Then he saw that this is applicable everywhere in all areas. 80% of the crops were produced in the 20% of the fields by the farmers. This 80-20 rule was applicable everywhere. We call it Pareto principle. 80% of your sales are coming from 20% of your clients. Yeah, 80% of your delays are due to 20% of the causes. 80-20 rule. So you can do a Pareto analysis. You can arrange the causes in the descending order, calculate the percentage, and Minitab can do all this for you. Okay, if I go back to our traveling time example, these are my data. This is my data. Okay, so I can make a Pareto very quickly. This will tell me, if you remember our project of traveling time to office. Yeah. So here you are time before starting is causing most of the time it is appearing. Percentage contribution is 30%. Distance is contributing 18%. Though both of them together, 30 plus 18 is contributing 48. So this line is the cumulative line. These two together are contributing to 48%. These first three are, so if you see, 80% of the problems are due to these 4 or 5 causes. So I'll focus on these 4 or 5 causes. That's what they did also. They focused on their 4 to 5 causes, forgot about the rest. Because most of the time we are not able to solve the problem because we are focusing on all the causes. And then we end up doing nothing. Apply Pareto principle. Then we generate ideas. Generate ideas, apply rules of brainstorming. We learn brainstorming techniques in our green belt and black belt training programs. And but in general, one of the 2 basic rules are defer evaluation. Don't evaluate when ideas are being generated. Don't evaluate, otherwise people will stop giving you the ideas. So don't say, okay, good idea, or oh, this idea will not work. No, whenever you are getting an idea, just someone is given an idea, welcome it, write it down. That's it. We will evaluate later on. There are other evaluation techniques we learn. And generate quantity. Do not worry about the quality. Don't think about the quantity. Like small 2, 3, 4, 5 ideas are not going to give you some great idea you're looking for. 50, 60 ideas will give you some good idea, 1 or 2 great ideas you're looking for. Like a pearl diver, he dives into the sea to get the pearl. If he just collects 10 oysters, he's not going to get the pearls. If he collects, say, 1,000 oysters, the likelihood of getting the pearl is very high. So similarly, likelihood of getting the great idea which you are looking for is very high if you are collecting more ideas. So we tell you some techniques like 635, round robin, anti-solution. There's so many techniques we learn. 635 is, in short, 6 people write 3 ideas in 5 minutes. Everyone writes 3 ideas in 5 minutes on the piece of paper. Then they exchange their paper, look at others' idea. This triggers new ideas in their mind, and then they write another 3 ideas in the next 5 minutes. Everyone. This goes on and on till the time everyone has seen everyone's paper, and then you'll get 108 ideas in 30 minutes. Okay, so you got ideas, they got idea. Every cause they got some ideas. And not only generating the idea is enough, you have to implement all the ideas also. Then you make an implementation plan. They implemented some ideas immediately, some ideas would be implemented later on. But even some of the ideas which they implemented within 1 month could reduce the recruitment cycle time drastically. But once you have improved, don't feel so happy, because what will happen after 3 months? You will go back to your original state. So no, sorry, you cannot go back to your original state. You have to control the process. Remember our control chart, isn't it? Control chart. You have to control the process. Once you have achieved something, like your recruitment cycle time is reduced, new control limits, very happy. And after some time it goes, no, needs to be brought down. No, this is not. I have to control it. This will be year on year. It is a new DNA of my company. We teach you tools to do that also. Okay. So, of course, it is beyond the scope of our yellow belt session to discuss the control tools. But one control chart I have already described. The control chart I have already discussed. There are other tools like 5S, Poka, change management, etc. There are lots of things which you can use. So this is how project is done. 62% of the recruitments taking more than 60 days. Now 15% of the recruitments are taking more than 60 days. And we were able to sustain for more than 5-6 years. This was the old documentation, but later on, this was done in 2011. So till 2018, till the time we heard, they're further improved. Now a lot of automation has happened. So one decade back, things were different. So this is how you do a project. Now, when you do a project, the whole team celebrates also after some time. That is also important. A lot of nationalities took part in it. Oh, Thai is missing. Khapkun Khab is also there. And a lot of nationalities are there. So shukran and everything. So dhanyawad, etc. Now, coming back to our project. Let us not leave without learning box plot and scatter plot, isn't it? So what we did, we found the 4 or 5 causes. We found the vehicle, traffic, distance to travel, starting time, how early I start. These were the top 4 causes, isn't it, from my Pareto chart? Now I will collect another 15 samples. And let's say you have two cars. You have Toyota also, and you have Ferrari also. You are a rich man. I would be happy to serve rich men like you, rich people like you. I'll be happy. Please become my client. Wow. Okay. So you are having 2 cars, Toyota. You think maybe Ferrari, if I take my Ferrari, it will help me reach faster. That's what you think. Let the data prove. Okay. Traffic, you think traffic is also affecting my travel time. That's what you think. But let the data say what it wants to say. You say distance also. Sometimes I take this route, another route, depends on the distance it travels. Yep. Up to you. Starting, how early I start, that also affects my traveling time. See, I'm interested in reducing my travel time. Yeah. Time spent in the car, isn't it? Because I can't do anything in the car. But if I reduce my time, I have some productive time left with me. Either I can utilize in the office or in somewhere else. So I collected the data. For day 1 of the travel, I used Toyota. Traffic was light. Distance traveled, I took 20-kilometer route. Starting time, I started early, 50 minutes early. I took 25 minutes to travel. Similarly, Ferrari. Next day, I used Ferrari. Any means you have Ferrari. I don't have. So traffic was light. One day it was heavy, etc. So we have collected the data. Once we have collected the data, apply our tools, analysis tools. Remember, time taken to travel. If it is continuous data, single column, I want only descriptive. I will use histogram, which we did. But if I want to see travel time, is it affecting how early? Is it affected by how early I start? Both are continuous data. Both are continuous data. I will do what? Scatter plot. I do a scatter plot. Very quickly, I'll do a scatter plot. Time taken to travel and starting time. Is it affecting? Oh, yes, it is affecting. If I start earlier, it takes less time. If I start later, just 20 minutes before my office, it takes a long time. It takes 40 minutes. Happens, most of us do that. Okay. And then it is very clearly, if I start early, I will spend less time in my car. My travel time will be less. That's really good. So one of the root cause. Another, is the distance affecting my travel time? Let us see. Again, a scatter plot, because both of them are continuous data. Oh no, not affecting. Not affecting. So this is not the root cause, sorry. But this is the root cause. Now, let us see. Traffic. Is it affecting? What do you think? Affecting, not affecting? What do you think? Affecting or not affecting? Everyone says affecting, but I will make a box plot. Let the box plot tell. Yeah, Ajay says might affect. Yes, this is the right word, might, because I don't know. We say, I don't know. My answer as a black belt will be, I don't know. In 2 minutes, I will come to know. Wait for 2 minutes. So let us see if it's affecting traffic. Oh, yes, affecting heavy traffic, more time, less traffic, light traffic, less time. Okay, now let us look at the other one. Time, car, Toyota and Ferrari, is it affecting? Let me make a box plot again. Let me make a box plot. Not affecting, you take Toyota or Ferrari, it is not the root cause. Car is not affecting. Car is not the root cause. Don't buy a Ferrari to travel faster, sorry. So root cause is something else. Here, root cause is traffic. Even with Ferrari, you will take same time. Traffic is the main cause. Yeah, so similarly, you'll get your causes, and that's what you do in your project. So we have learned lots of tools and techniques in our session today, which we have, and we saw some examples also. And just to summarize, we are using define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. And I'm not writing the full form of define, D. I hope you remember. Define phase, I do SIPOC, CTQ, and project charter. Yeah. Here I collect the data and get this average and standard deviation. Standard deviation, of course, represented by standard deviation, and then make my histogram, okay, and sigma level, DPMO. Analyze phase, I've got two routes I can take: process route, process door, or data door. Process door, I make a process map. Process map, identify the root causes. Identify the waste, the 7 waste. I apply escape technique, and also I can finally choose the Pareto chart. Yeah. Data door, I can do a cause and effect diagram and do a Pareto chart, and I can validate my root causes using box plots and scatter plots. Finally, I'll get my root causes. Yeah, I'll get my root causes. And after that, I generate ideas, implement ideas. You use another techniques also. I've not talked about Pew metrics, FMEA, failure modes and effects analysis, etc. So I will be. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. Oh, just a minute. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry. Let me share my screen. Oh, so sorry. You missed out. Okay, so I'll just talk about it one more time. So define SIPOC, CTQ, project charter. So this was the one I was writing. Oh, you missed out. My great handwriting. My live writing on the whiteboard. You missed out. Okay, doesn't matter. SIPOC, CTQ, and project charter. Collect the data, collect your average and standard deviation, get your sigma level, make your histogram. In the analyze phase, you start with the process, map the process, identify the 7 waste, escape technique, make a Pareto chart, yeah, then validate the root causes with box plot or scatter plot, and then get your root causes. Yeah, get your root causes finally. So finally you get your root causes, right? Or you can also use data approach with the cause and effect diagram and a Pareto chart. So here in the analyze phase, you have got 2 routes. One process door where you map the process and get the waste and apply escape techniques. And you can use data and you can use cause and effect diagram and then Pareto chart, and then your Pareto chart and the box plot, the scatter plot, root causes. That's what we have learned. Then you generate ideas, implement, and then there are other techniques like Pew metrics, FMEA, failure modes and effects analysis, etc. If you want to learn about FMEA, I have got one FMEA module on my Annexus channel, a YouTube channel, so you can just watch that. And in the finally control charts, control limits, you use different techniques like 5S, Pokayoke, a lot of different techniques which we learn. And today we learned about control charts also here. So you'd like to control the process. So if it's sales, you'd like to improve. If it is cycle time, you'd like to reduce, and you would like to reduce or keep it on an improved state for a long, long time. Okay. Okay. D means define. Define means SIPOC and CTQ and project charter. Okay. So this is your overview of analyze phase is again one more time a process mapping and identifying the waste. And you can take a data door also, cause and effect diagram and Pareto analysis. In Pareto, you'll get 2 to 3 major root causes. You do a box and scatter plots, get your root causes, and then on the root causes, generate ideas, and you will be able to solve your problem in any industry. See, so as a green belt, we invite you to our green belt training programs. We have reduced the fee drastically. It should be very, very costly. So you can talk to my team separately about it. So if you are interested, most welcome. If you are just interested in getting a certificate also, the training is free, but if you're interested in getting yellow belt certificate, there's a minimal fee. You can, my team will be able to tell you about it. And you can always, I will always, I will wait for you actually in my green belt training programs. We are continuously running the green belt training programs on a regular basis. On every weekend, we are having a green belt training program and a black belt training program also. And please connect with me on LinkedIn. So go to LinkedIn. You can connect with me. If you choose to get a certificate, please put your certificate on LinkedIn, and this helps us to generate more information and help the industry in general worldwide, because these simple tools and techniques are not known to many people. So these tools and techniques will improve the quality in general of your product and services in the world. So even that is happening. That should be a good thing to happen. So so that is with on that note. Any questions you have, I will be happy to answer. My LinkedIn ID is Amitabh Saxena. Just write Amitabh Saxena. So there will be a smiling face appearing like this and something like that. With the specs also, there is a specs as well in the photograph. I'm not using specs because now I'm not looking far away. So I'm looking at you. We are very close to me, right in front of in my screen. So you will get the photograph, identify the right photograph. I still look the same in that photograph, and you can connect with me on LinkedIn. On Facebook, you can like our page, Annexus Europe. There we do a lot of live programs. Every Friday we have 30 minutes interview, or we have a 30 minutes project, some real project which we have done is explained by our green belt or black belt, and we ask them questions, and you can also learn a lot from those tools and techniques which they are using. So stay connected with us on Annexus Europe LinkedIn also, and Facebook also. So the company name is Annexus Europe, and LinkedIn and Facebook, and you can connect with me personally also, Amitabh Saxena and LinkedIn, and I'll be happy to collect. So you can directly, by virtue of attending this program, and if you want, you can just do a practice yellow belt exam is also there on our website. you can appear, but without the exam. So for yellow belt, there is no exam needed. Just write to us. We'll be sending you a soft copy of yellow belt certificate. My team will be able to send it to you. The person who has connected with you, he or she will be the person who can help you to get your certificate. So you can always, Eid Mubarak to everyone. Yes, and also we would like to the book. Someone is asking about the book. So this is the book, The Annexus Story. You can get it on Amazon. There's an entrepreneur in you. You can also become a person like me, and like me, I have made a lot of people in the last 14 years of our journey. A lot of people have gone independent, become independent consultant. Or sometimes they're competing with us. What to do? Doesn't matter. We are always happy. As long as they're spreading the quality message in the right way, well and good. Sometimes they only help us. I've talked about all the whole story in a very little entertaining way. I've given some lessons learned also in the whole thing, using cartoons as well. So during the whole journey, I've created some billboards, during the journey. So I've given all the billboards and lessons learned in this. So it was a very nice read, and as a Lean Six Sigma consultant, and it will motivate you. Even if you don't want to become Lean Six Sigma consultant, a lot of people have written to me that after reading this book, they have left their job and they're doing real good. It has been 1 year since the release of this book, and more than 7 or 8 people have succeeded as an entrepreneur within 6 months. Only thing was they were just still thinking, but they got a roadmap, they got a mindset to be on their own after reading the book. So it's for motivating everyone, to become to be self-employed basically. Now that's the future. So you can be a self-employed with becoming a black belt. For sample employment, you have to be actually black belt or master black belt. So, or it also helps you in career. You can always, once you are a green belt or a black belt, you become a person sought after by the companies. Which company will not like to reduce costs? So the book name is The Annexus Story. Some people are asking the book name. This is the hard copy certificate. There's a fee, separate fee. The soft copy, very, very low fee. So it's almost nothing, It's like just to take care of our administration costs and also sustain our team. We have a large team of 25 people who are helping us with the whole setup. So we have to sustain our team also. So if you, that minimum fees were just to sustain for our sustenance. That's it. So we would like to have you in our green belts, and looking forward to that. Good. I have got some banking related examples on my Nexus channel. As I said, those who are from construction, just check Lean Construction and Annexus. Okay, Lean Construction Annexus, search for that. You will get the Lean Construction. There I have explained a lot of Lean techniques. Some people are asking about 7 waste. I've detailed in a detailed way. I've explained the Gemba. I've explained the process mapping. I've explained the takt time. Something called takt time is there in Lean. I've explained all these things in that Lean Construction. So if you watch that Lean Construction, even though you are not from construction, you will still learn a lot of Lean tools, separate Lean tools there. And I have also done a program in Arabic. So it's a program in Arabic also. If you are from Arab countries, you can even attend that training program in Arabic. So I've done it. Program in Hindi also is there. If you want root cause analysis, Talashein Wajah Mushkil, if you just type, then I've done some root cause analysis based on my article in Dainik Bhaskar. So I've done that. And so all the examples are given. Hospital example, one healthcare example. See, one full devoted to healthcare has been done for a yellow belt, where I've taken all healthcare related examples. Today, because it was a mixed set of people, I used a travel time example. But as you know now, that travel time can be replaced with procurement time or project delivery time, etc., and easily you can do that. Yes, if you get the certificate, yeah, you are certified, yellow certified. So if you are having a certificate, you will be treated as a yellow belt certification. Yes, someone is asking that question. So yes, so go to Anexa's channel in YouTube, and you will get all our past videos. One video, I think, can you? Yeah, we have in the chat box. We have given the video. We have already given the video in the chat box, so you can just go there, subscribe to the channel, and you will be able to access all the videos from various industries. Even you can understand detailed way I have explained the Minitab analysis also for some students. One of the batch I have taken for students. So I have explained the way you explain to students, so I have explained to them as well. So you can even attend that. Good. Okay, so thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Chirag, and thank you, Jatin, and Mr. Mudassar Ahmed, Mahendra, Arman, Ajinkya, Sanjay, Apurv, Akshay, Jeffrey, Gaurav, Sushmita, Vishal, Santosh, Rana Pratap, John, Carlo, Lokesh, Prince, Chirag. Wow, so many people. It motivates us a lot as long as you are getting benefits. I keep doing these sessions, as I said. Connect with me on Facebook, Annexus Europe page, so you will get the information, and you can even watch it afterwards also. The sessions you can watch, and you will always get some good tool which you can apply to any industry. See, even apply to your own life. Some people can do a lot of applications. I have got control charts of my weight for the last 20 years. I do a control charts, I maintain my weight. So so you can apply this to your own to your own life. You can achieve your objectives, goals in your life using statistical tools and techniques. Yeah. Okay. Good. So fine. We will see you sometime later. So my team is there still. If you have any specific question, you can write in the chat box. So I will take leave, and we'll stop the recording right now. And but we can. My team is there. So if you want, you can please stay there and ask question in your chat box, or you can directly connect to my team. Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. It was nice having you. This is Amitabh Saxena signing off from Annexus, and thanks from Annexus team for joining us.